Dale, you mentioned the other day that if it was the wacky, you might have got a bit emotional at the top of your run-up, but does it still feel a bit that way, given what happened here a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I think I was just saying that in just, I just didn't ever think that I'd come back and play in Australia, but yeah. But yeah, this is a beautiful stadium, and it didn't quite cross my mind that I was playing my first game back in Australia or anything like that. It was more like last week, coming here and training and everything like that. But yeah, this place is nice to play at, and it feels kind of like you're in Melbourne or somewhere. It doesn't feel like Perth, because when I came here in 2006, it didn't look anything like this. This whole area was all different, so it's a whole different feel to it, and it's just a great place to come and play.
Was it a decisive toss to win, do you think? How important was was it to bowl first?
Well, I think you need to speak to Finchy and see what he would have done if he won the toss. But we've been bowling really well of late, and I think it was important that when you looked at that wicket, there was obviously, it looked like there was going to be something in it. And, one of our strengths has been our bowling for a while now. So first game between two teams, hit them with what you've got, and pace and our strength, what I feel is our bowling right now. It's just, it's hot, so go in there and see if you can do well and potentially bowl them out cheaply and then try and chase it down with the bat and bat well. And I think it all worked to plan today. We won the toss and it kind of went to plan, but had it been the other way around and had we had to bat first, we would have just reassessed it and just tried to bowl well given the second innings or whatever. But it all worked out nicely for us.
Dale, when you get a couple of early wickets, do you feel like with this Australian batting attack, the way they've gone in recent times, that you can really get in there and get stuck in there, getting one, getting two and three, come quickly after that?
No, actually, I don't. I think they bat deep, They bat all the way down to Nathan Coultonal, and he showed, I think he was their top scorer, that he can really bat. So I don't think so. I think it's just the job of the opening bowlers to try and, take early wickets and put the opposition under pressure, And it's always difficult because now you've got to rebuild and you've got to get going again. However, these tracks that you play on, you can score quite quickly on them. When we practiced at the Wacker the other day, guys were scoring runs quite easily, but then when we lost a wicket, this was a training game, we lost a wicket, we found that the new batter that came in found it difficult to get going because of the extra bounce, and there was a chance that he could nick it, could carry the slip, and you could quite easily go from having a partnership to losing two quick wickets. So we thought that was potentially what could happen today. But this wicket had something in it. And I think our bowlers were relentless with their lines and their lengths and just made it extremely difficult to score. And when Australia scored runs, they had to kind of take a risk and play good shots off good balls rather than good shots off bad balls. And when you're bowling good balls all the time, you're questioning and you're putting guys under pressure in their technique and their ability to score. So I thought we bowled really well.
And can you just talk us through your celebration for your second wicket? Faf takes that great catch, but you've done this giant leap that belies your age.
As I jumped, I was worried that I was going to do a hammy there. But yeah, it's nice to take wickets. That's what I've been doing my whole career. It's just nice to get going, and you want to be a presence. You want to show it. You want to look like you're having fun too. I think that's one of the main things and one of the main reasons why I play. When you're taking wickets, it's a lot of fun.
Did you sense that Australia maybe had less confidence or swagger than Australian teams you've played in the past?
It's tough to tell. I thought this wicket was tough to bat on, so it's tough to tell. They assessed the conditions when they were 2 down early. They had to rebuild. You have to wait for a bad ball to score and capitalise. But we just, like I say, I think we were just relentless, and it was really tough. It was really tough for them to score. And when they try to push to go, they tend to just have lost a wicket. So I'm going to put it down to our bowling today and not their side. I thought we bowled really well. But we'll see. There's 2 more games, and we'll see how those wickets go. But I think today was one for the bowlers.
You Aussies would be pretty embarrassed after that performance today. What are you expecting from them in Adelaide?
No, I don't think they need to be too embarrassed about it. Like I say, I think the conditions were tough. And you may throw another 30, 40 runs on there and it becomes quite a tricky chase, But like I'm going to go back to the bowling, and I think we out-bowled them. I don't think they bowled as well as they potentially could have. And they did everything they could with the bat, throw another 40, maybe 50 runs on there. 200's a difficult chase. But I think we out-bowled them, and their bowlers didn't bowl as well as they potentially could have. So that was the difference.
You mentioned the bowlers feel hot at the moment. What sort of confidence do you feel when you step up to the mark and knowing the bowling unit that you've got?
Yeah, I think there's some guys that are they're on it. You know, Lungi's been going hot since the IPL. KG's just been a fantastic competitor for the last couple of years now. I'm just so bloody excited to be playing again that it's nice to be on the field. And I think Imran Tahir is probably the best spinner in the world, you know, arguably the best white ball spinner in the world. These wickets are a little bit more difficult for him. He's not going to get as much out of it, but he's skilled, he's 39 years old, and he knows his game pretty well. So everyone's kind of like just feeding off each other, and it's a fantastic space to be around.